Hi everyone, I hope you're well. Today I want to show you what I refer to as the braid stitch in my patterns, or abbreviation of BRST. It's a braid stitch. This is a really cute little stitch that looks very interesting. Doesn't look like a typical crochet stitch. I quite like it for beanies. I like it for things like mug cozies, cup cozies, coasters. It just adds that little point of difference to your crochet patterns. It's really easy. So what I'll do now is just ignore the stitch that I've made to start. That's just a standing stitch because I just wanted something that would be a similar height. Obviously in the pattern you'd be following the pattern to know when to make this particular braid stitch. You just follow on from the previous stitch you made, working in the next stitch, as we're going to do here when the pattern tells you to make a braid stitch. So first thing I'm going to do is insert my hook into that stitch. I'm going to do yarn over hook, pull a loop through. Then the next thing I want to do is yarn over hook and pull a loop through just the first stitch there. And what I'm going to do is repeat that, so yarn over hook and pull a loop through just that first stitch there. And then what I'm going to do is yarn over hook and pull through both loops on the hook. So what you'll see is, and I've made this a little bit looser than what I normally would, just to try and demonstrate to you where you'd be pulling through loops. So you'll see that you get a braid stitch, which basically looks like a chain of 1, 2, 3 chains, but it's joined to the previous stitch. So I'll just do another one. So insert the hook, pull through a loop, yarn over, pull through first loop on hook only, yarn over, pull through first loop on hook only, yarn over, pull through both loops on hook. So you see there that you've got 2 braid stitches now. So what I quite like is alternating front post double crochet with a braid stitch. Gives a really interesting appearance, or a puff stitch with a braid stitch. That gives quite an interesting appearance as well. So I'll just do a double crochet in here. And then we'll just do one more braid stitch. So insert hook, pull a loop through. So I've got 2 loops on hook, yarn over, pull loop through just that first loop on hook, yarn over, pull loop through the first loop on hook again, and then yarn over and pull through both loops this time. So it's basically making a stacked chain 3, I guess. Some people make a stacked single crochet. It's like just making stacked chains, 3 chains joined to the previous stitch. So for example, a lot of my patterns I have a puff stitch alongside one of these. You start to get quite an interesting texture. It does look a little bit different to your standard double crochet and puff stitch combination. Just makes it a little bit different. When you do multiple rounds or rows of it, it can look quite effective. Probably a different terminology that other people use for it. I did search high and low to try and use the correct terminology in my patterns, but I didn't come up with anything helpful. So hence I called it braid stitch. It does look like a braid or a plait. So I picked a term for it, which I guess is descriptive of its appearance. So anyway, I hope that has helped a little bit, and you have fun playing around with that stitch. It's a fun one to include when you want a little bit of variation with your texture. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.